Yo, what's up, my friends? It's Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NFL Week 13 Monday Night Football between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars on Monday, December 4th, 2023. We're going to have NFL player props, spreads, over-unders here for you today. We got 3 picks that are great value bets for this Monday Night Football game between the Bengals and the Jags. As always, we'd just like to thank you all for your continued support here on the channel. If you're all new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you guys all for your support. You guys have been absolutely crushing it lately. I just want to say a special thank you to you guys. Be sure to drop your favorite pick for this game down below in the comment section. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. We'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Be sure to also check us out on social media as well. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at StraightFirePicks for more picks and content. We put out recaps and things like that on all of our social media sites. So be sure to check that out. And be sure to also check out our community Discord page as well. It's absolutely free, guys. You get access to the chat. You can chat with me in there if you want. A lot of cool things in the Discord. You get new ideas for picks and stuff like that. So be sure to check that out. And without further ado, let's go over the results from Sunday. So technically, I'm jumping the gun a little bit here, guys, but it should be 3-2 plus 1.19 units. Now, the one iffy one is DeAndre Swift. He's got 11 rushing yards. Late in the third quarter, we have him under 53.5. So I'm counting that right now as a win. If I have to change it, I'll change it as far as our results go, but I'm pretty sure that's locked up. They're also down by 2 scores. So I don't think they're going to be running the football. So that one should be locked up for us. We cashed Mike Evans anytime touchdown score for plus 150. Now this actually went closer to plus 200 ahead of kickoff. I added a bet on him and it was closer to that. So hopefully you guys get some better odds on that. He clutched up and cashed that prop. And then we also had Sam Laporta over 38.5 receiving yards. He got there by over 100. I think he had 140. So that one was absolutely free, and he cashed his touchdown if you guys got the recommendation from that video. As far as our parlay we put together, it was honestly pretty good. We hit 3 of the 4 legs. We hit 3 of the touchdown scores. We had Devin Singletary to get 70-plus rushing yards. That was also one of our normal picks, and he lands at 36. So unfortunately, it doesn't get there. So we do lose that 0.10 units. Otherwise, we'd be plus 1.29 units. That's why we're only at plus 1.19 units, because we did lose the units on that parlay. So pretty close. Unfortunately, it didn't hit, but we're ready to get back after it today, guys. We're ready to generate a 3-0 sweep. So let's get after it today. Let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, we're going with Christian Kirk. Over 21.5 longest reception. Minus 110 here on DraftKings, guys. I absolutely love this play. I also love his receiving line at 50.5 as well. The reason I like the longest reception so much is the value is still at minus 110, which I think is great, and the hit rate has been much better for him here. He's 9 out of 11 to this line, over 21.5 yard longest reception. 5 out of 6 at home. Now to the over 50.5 receiving yards, this is what I'm talking about. He's 7 out of 11. To hitting the over 50.5 receiving yards. So if he's going over the receiving yards, he's definitely going to hit the longest reception, but it doesn't always work that way in reverse. He's had a long reception and somehow wasn't able to cash the over in a few games. So that's why I'm taking this. I'd rather take the play that's got a better hit rate. I'm just going to go with that. But I love the matchup today for Kirk, guys. I think he's going to have a big game. I think he's going to cash both, honestly. He's up against the Bengals, who's allowing the 9th most yards to wide receivers. Last week we saw Pat Freiermuth, George Pickens, and Deontay Johnson all cash this line versus the Bengals. The week before that, the Ravens, who aren't even that great of a passing team, we saw Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham, and Nelson Aguilar, top 3 wide receivers for the Ravens, all cash that line as well. So I think this pass defense of the Bengals has not been very good, particularly of late. I think Kirk and this passing offense of the Jaguars with Lawrence and everybody, I think they're going to have a huge game. I honestly do. Should get the Jags off and rolling pretty good. Like I said, I love his receiving prop at 50.5 as well. I do love them both. I think you could take his receiving line at 50.5. I think you should be pretty fine there. You can even flirt with a ladder play, honestly. You could take him to get more yards than that, honestly. I think it's a good look. It's kind of similar to what we talked about with Laporta yesterday. Laporta's line was 38.5. He ended up with 140. If you took a ladder on him, you made a ton of money yesterday. So I do love it there, though, guys, for our number 1 pick. We're going Christian Kirk, over 21.5, longest reception, minus 110 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 2, we're going Joe Mixon, under 49.5 rushing yards here for the Cincinnati Bengals. minus 114 odds here on FanDuel. But guys, we got Joe Mixon under in 4 of his last 6 games, believe it or not. Over, but he has actually hit the over in all 5 road games this year. So why do I want to take his under? Well, big thing is Joe Burrow, right? No Joe Burrow for the Bengals. Why is that a big deal? It's because I believe the Bengals are going to find themselves down by quite a few in this game, possibly having to abandon the run. And if they have to do that, obviously Mixon's just not going to get the carries. And this is just a terrible matchup for them. Jags are best in the NFL against the run. They've been defending the run so good all season long. Like I said, number 1 in the NFL. With the spread set to 10 in favor of the Jags, like I said, we could see the Bengals abandoning the run here. And up against this great run defense, I think if anything, the Jags are going to load the box. You know, if they have to load the box, they'll load the box to stop Mixon and make Browning beat him. Just because, you know, obviously Browning's the backup, and if you have Burrow in there, it's obviously a different situation. But obviously with Browning back there, I think they're going to see, you know, make him beat you, right? Very apt to make mistakes here on the road. He just doesn't have the experience that you'd like to see going in on the road here in prime time. Hard to imagine Browning's going to have success here, but like I said, I think the Jags going to make it tougher on Mixon, and they're going to force Browning to beat him. So I love Mixon to the under here, guys. We're going Joe Mixon under 49.5 rush yards here for the Cincinnati Bengals. Minus 114 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 3, along those same points that we just talked about, we are going with the Jacksonville Jaguars minus 10 spread here versus the Bengals, guys. Minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. So normally I don't like attacking big spreads, but in this particular spot, I think it's hard to pass it up. Jaguars 8-3 against the spread, 2-3 against the spread at home. Bengals 4-6-1 against the spread, 2-3 on the road against the spread. But like I said, I think Jags get it done here. Too many problems here for the Bengals with Burrow being out. Even when Burrow was playing, we were kind of talking about how the Bengals were, you know, surviving, right? Even with Burrow, you know, they still lost to Houston, and they still had their struggles on the season with Burrow. Without Burrow, they're in a load of trouble because Burrow made up for a lot of the slack on this Bengals team. And this team outside of Burrow and Jamar Chase just doesn't, it just hits different this year right now. It's just not the same team here in Cincinnati. And their defense has been kind of a disappointment of late. Honestly, the Steelers scoring 16 points on the Bengals last week was kind of like, I know it sounds low. It's low, right? But for the Steelers, that's one of their higher output games, right? So the Steelers come out and score 10 this week versus the Cardinals. So it kind of gives you an idea. Steelers offense isn't very good, and they ended up losing by 6 to the Steelers. I think Jacksonville, with the way Lawrence could sling it around in prime time down in Jacksonville, I think they get this done. Lawrence exposes this defense. I think he goes off. I think he has a great day passing the football, and I think I just think Jacksonville rolls start to finish in this one, guys. Hard not to imagine that being the case. It's the NFL. You never know. I mean, turnovers and stuff like that could equal the playing field very easily. But if the Jaguars play a clean game, they bring their A game on Monday night, they're going to cover the spread. I highly believe that. They don't turn the football over. They stay away from bad penalties. I think the Jags definitely cover the spread. Like I said, Browning just doesn't have the firepower to keep up with Trevor Lawrence on the road. They would have to run the ball with Joe Mixon. I just don't think the Jags are going to allow them to do that. So, love it there, guys, for number 3 pick. We're going Jacksonville Jaguars minus 10 spread here versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. Alright, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your support this week, guys. It's been a great week being back. We had a really successful week in a lot of different areas. We're 20-10 in our last 30 NBA picks. That includes our 1-3 day yesterday. We were 19-7, went 1-3 yesterday, unfortunately, in the NBA. That's our first losing day at NBA in a while. So we're ready to bounce back in the NBA as well. We'll have a video out for NBA Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll add that to this video. I'll pin that at the end of this video when that video gets released. So if you guys are viewing this during the day tomorrow, you should see that pop up if you want to bet NBA as well. Like I said, we've done okay in the NFL as well. You know, like I said, Sunday was a successful day for us with Evans catching that touchdown. He went off versus the Panthers, and I believe he has over 150 receiving yards. So definitely love the read on that. The read on Singletary, guys, that just did not work out for us. So you got to evaluate that. The Steelers one was bad, honestly. The Steelers raid ended up losing by 2 touchdowns to the Cardinals. I did not see that coming at all. Obviously, Kenny Pickett did get hurt, but even one of them in there, I expected their defense to play much better. I expected the Steelers' defense to dominate that game, and they did not. So it was kind of weird. It got weather delayed. There was a lot of weird stuff in that one, but what can you do? Still winning day in the NFL. Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you guys check us out on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at StraightFirePicks. Check out our Discord. Drop your favorite pick down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.